So I picked up a map book and I started looking around at different places to see what's on the map book. The digital imaging from the internet covers up a lot of things, and there's a lot of landmarks that are lost. There's a lot in here. Turns out, when I was comparing maps to different places, I found one spot that was marked in a different place almost every single time, and that's where we're going to go today. We're going to try and find the old town where this place existed. Now, we're going to go hunt for Eatonville. And it's hard to believe that this place does not exist today. It was turned into a national or a provincial park over 30 years ago, and it's famous for local mythology associated to the Mi'kmaq people because there's a place there called the Three Sisters. But what actually was there in between the mythological period and modern times was an actual working lumber village with a sawmill and shipbuilding industry. They had stores, they had 350 people at its peak, and it appears that even though it shut down in 1940, that it has been erased off the face of the earth and there is no information about it. Just to be clear, what I ended up having to do, because I couldn't believe this myself, was I went off to the museum archives, and the archivist there showed me that there's very little information associated to this particular place. And so I started going through maps. I went to the provincial aerial photography, the geographic folks. I got aerial photos from 1964, and by comparing those to what the current one says in the original maps, I think I have a good place to start. But there was more to it. I actually even found land registries from 1943 that go back all the way to the 1800s that show different parcels of land and how they were distributed. So we're going to make a very calculated move down there. This may be the first of maybe a 2 or 3 part episode, or we might stumble into exactly what we want. Our mission is to find the foundations of possibly the schoolhouse and the church, which should have a cemetery nearby. That is our mission. There is nothing on these anywhere. There is no digital entry. There's nothing. There's a little bit of told stories from old newspaper articles from the early 1900s, and there's very, very, very little out there. This is what it's about. And guess what? The roads there are perfect to get access by the motorcycle. Alright, so you might as well start the video out here in a place called Joggins. It's in Cumberland County, Nova Scotia. What Joggins is most famous for is its fossils. That's right, we are famous out in Joggins for identifying the start of the world. You can walk along the beach here of the Bay of Fundy, which has the highest tides in the world, and find dinosaur bones. Now you might think that that may dry up, but what happens is the actual water comes up so high that it erodes the bank that's 50-60 feet high, and it casts new stones down all the time. And so every day is different and you have something to find. We're going to make a little turn here. You might think that going off to Joggins is a great destination. Yep, it's a World Heritage Site. We're going to turn off. I think this is called the 209. Going to go towards Shulie. And then as we keep going further and further down, we're going to end up getting more and more remote and eventually run into gravel. So it should go Shulie, Apple River, turn off Apple River, and we're going to follow the coast and get out there. But yeah, you're not going to be disappointed when you come out here. The views are fantastic. It's unreal. This is Shulie. There's lots of information and videos about this place. Ultimately, the government ran the road right over top of the old dam, and there's not a whole lot left here to see and touch. I'm sure we could find something, but this has been done many times, so we're going to go off to a place that's never been done. Can you imagine living here? How could you ever be sad? It's stunning. Like legitimately stunning. And you get hit hard with this smell of the ocean. Like really hard. It's amazing. So I mentioned before, the tides are the highest in the world here. In some places the water will run out over 2 kilometers. And or that's a mile. And then they'll come up faster than you can walk or almost run in because of the aggressive way that the tides come up. And you'll have 20-foot tides here, which is crazy. And if I don't know if the video is going to pick this up, but it's almost like the water out there is in this like bowl, and you can see it almost like at different heights and elevations. It's amazing. Well, this isn't good. Yeah. Well, that's the thing about adventuring, everybody. We're gonna have to find another way, which makes this even better, because we're going to Advocate Harbor and we're going to come in from the other side. The storms come in, they wash through the bridge. Oh, look at the eagle. And now we can't get in. So let's see if we can go around the other way. I'm not going to go in here, but there's a whole bunch of campers here. On the left, and you'll see the big fishing vessels. And these folks here, they're staying here, they sleep here between the tides. Because the only way you can fish the Bay of Fundy is with the tide. When the tide's up, they go out. Tide's down, they're back here sleeping. And sometimes they'll stay out for a couple days at a time and sleep on the vessels, and I mean they're massive vessels. Then they'll come back and sleep between tides, pick up some bait and go. But yeah, their campers are all up in there, and that's where they live during the season. Now this is an offshoot of Advocate Harbor here. We're actually in Advocate Harbor, where the school's down here. And there's a huge breakwater over to our left on this side. And that's what holds the sea back. We're right in the thick of it. Today hasn't gone exactly as I planned. We can't get in on the top side because the bridge is out, as you just see, and apparently this is now a gated park that they have the gate closed, so you can't get access to the road that goes through there. Now I was looking at a bunch of the other maps that I have. Of course I don't have with me, and the other map has a bunch of ATV trails, so that's where we may be going in order to get up in here. I don't know exactly what to make of it, but maybe we'll get the bridge back sometime. I have no to go up to the other side, but I doubt it because the interpretive center is closed. So, but that's where the Three Sisters is at, and right now there's no access to it. So I imagine I'll have to ask some questions of whether or not there's any plans to replace that, get back in, because I'd like to get up in there with the motorcycles to go explore. But it's not working out, guys. It's not working out. That's the way of things. We'll find a few other things to look at around here, but who knows? We'll do some poking around and see what we can find. I gotta eat. I'm hungry. No exit. Sounds like my kind of road, doesn't it? So I'm just going down this side road in Advocate Harbor to see if I can see any views or any special ways to get over here. And this place just keeps on giving. There's so much here that you didn't expect to see, and you're not looking for entertainment, you're just looking for peace. It's such a calm place to visit. There's no traffic. Any of the locals that live here are super nice. I spent about 20 minutes talking to a gentleman at the pumps at the gas station. I mean, they were just super nice. Everyone's interested in the bikes. Oh, this old abandoned place here. Huh. Seen better days. Oh yeah, we're gonna get some views. Thanks a lot again. Okay. That was fun. One of a kind designs. There you have it, folks, the unexpected adventures of being on an adventure bike, flying a drone on a back road. Neighbors come out to visit, see ya, end up spending 3 hours, get invited in. Now my kids are welcome down and we have a place to stay to go to the beach anytime we want. Isn't that amazing? Legitimate, super nice people that I literally didn't know before I come down here. And Advocate Harbor is the place to be. Look, a wave. Just like I live here now. I've been down here all day. Well, I'm gonna head back. Hope you guys enjoyed the footage, and what a beautiful place this is. Look at it. You can't make it up. We're gonna be back again. I've run out of time. I gotta go back and catch whatever's for supper. Eel Haut on the outskirts. We're gonna do a little rip through town here. The potholes on this back street are real bad, and the locals suffer with their cars because of it. The bike enjoys it quite a bit. Ooh, look at that old building. Yeah, that was unexpected. They get talking about their property down there and how they spend all this time out and have all their days out on the beach at low tide, and I guess there's rapids for the kids to bodyboard in, and they've invited my whole family down. They have a camper for us to stay in, just bring ourselves and our time, and they'll entertain. And like, my God, where else can you go to have such huge hospitality that you would see that? And that's legitimate. That's like, that just happened. Man, unbelievable. Super nice people. Super nice people. Could be family. Blades. Sidewalks roll up at 5, not a stitch on the road. We're gonna have a super ride back. And I never think to catch any of the conversations that I have, because I mean, it's just such a personal experience. You have to be nice. You have to be a super nice guy in order to get called into people's homes, and you have to have just be that type of personality, be approachable. And they'd have had me for supper. They'd have fed me twice, and I'm not joking. And for someone who doesn't know you to offer all that for you, they're deeply invested in the community. They have the cutest house, and they're happy. All that positivity kind of washes off on you, and all of it came around because you're out for a ride in a motorcycle, just trying to get somewhere I can't get to. So that's pretty much the entire place. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. A lot of scenery, a little place that you've never seen before. Please hit the like and subscribe button. There's going to be a lot more coming up, and hopefully we'll be able to touch some history and not just visit one of the most beautiful places in Nova Scotia in the next episode. This has been a blast. Made some friends, saw some nice stuff, and I'm told that I could have got up to Eatonville if the park here had been open. Apparently it's just not open, so the gate's not open. So we will get there, and we will find the ruins of a 120-year-long living town that's been erased off the map and put in different places, creating a lot of confusion. Thanks for watching, everybody.